We are glad to be here with you, and Lieutenant Governor, the Speaker, and I just had a very productive meeting, one of many that we will have on Wednesday mornings as we go forward through the rest of the legislative session. And just like everyone, the conversation rotated around the revenue estimate, and it was very good news, and it leaves absolutely no doubt that the Texas economy is thriving. It also is validation of our approach from last session that we refused to raise taxes and instead made the sort of budgetary decisions families and small businesses have to make every day. Sticking to those conservative fiscal policies has made Texas a beacon for job creation and business growth, and we've enabled business owners of all sizes to do what they do best, which is make money, grow, and hire new employees. In Texas, we know that money does the most good when it stays in the hands of those who earned it. We also know the best way to improve someone's life is to give them the opportunity to get a job or get a better job. That's been the basis of the decisions that we made over the past decade, and evidence continues to mount the decisions that we made are the correct ones. In the coming months, we'll be working hard to address the needs of our state. We'll look at infrastructure, the water supply that we need to have in this state to improve transportation needs for the current and for future generations. We will look at our education system so that we can ensure that steady supply of skilled workers that businesses in this state or those who will relocate to this state over the course of the next years will be needing. And as I discussed yesterday, I also believe it's time for us to consider providing some tax relief for Texans. All three of us share a vision of what the big picture is going to look like at the end of the legislative session, and we'll be working together to produce a transparent, fiscally conservative budget that meets the needs of Texans and restrains spending. I'd like to turn the microphone over to the Lieutenant Governor Dewhurst and to Speaker Straus. David.
Thank you, Governor. Thank you very much, and thank you for your leadership. We're all three committed to keeping Texas, both fiscally and politically, the complete opposite of Washington, D.C. We want to protect the freedoms and liberties of all Texans and keep our spending as low as we can and balance our budget without raising taxes. Now, it's not lost on me when we look at Texas in a micro sense, and that the state of Texas is rated the #1 state in the country to do business, has got the strongest economy, fastest growing job creation, #1 in exports over the last 10 years. It's also #1 in the fastest growing population. That's a sobering fact. Over the next 4 to 5 decades, our population is going to double, meaning that we're going to have to increase our capacities for both our public school classrooms, our drinking water, our highway capacity, our power by some 20 to 25%. As a lifelong businessman, I know how hard it is to get to the top, but it's even harder to stay on top. And that's the legacy I want to leave, and I think we want to leave going forward. Keep Texas #1. So I'm very excited about this session. I think we've got a great opportunity to set in place the legacy for Texas to stay both fiscally and socially the most conservative state in the country for decades to come. We're a shining beacon right now for jobs and economic opportunity, as was shown in the Comptroller's report in which the governor spoke about. So right now people are voting with their feet for Texas, and that's why I think it's important that we be very, very careful with our budget, and we plan for the future, and we continue to have a fiscally balanced approach with our budget. So at this point, I want to turn it over to my colleague, the Speaker, Joseph Straus.
Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. I'm going to thank the governor and lieutenant governor. It's good to be back here with you all, and I'm going to keep my remarks very brief this morning. We don't want any more fainting incidents. And I'm pretty sure I don't see. And I'm pretty sure I don't see any doctors in the crowd. But we had a good breakfast this morning. A lot that we agree on. Important priorities for a growing state. Things are good in this state. Leadership is strong, and it's good to be back in a session. We have 138 more days to work out all the policy details, but we're off to a very good, united start, agreeing that education and transportation and water and a transparent budget are all very, very important items for the future of this growing state. So I know we have time for a few questions, but the eggs were delicious at the mansion, and we are particularly delighted, Lieutenant Governor and I are particularly delighted that the governor's commute is very short this year for our breakfast meeting. So thank you, and it's good to be with you all.
Thank you, Speaker.
Let's open it up to any questions that you have. Before I do that, let me just say that these two individuals standing here have been really fine partners over the last 4+ years, and their dedication to the state is, I think it's as good as any that I've ever worked with as governor and lieutenant governor and agriculture commissioner and state representative. So I just want to say to both of you, thanks for your continued dedication to the state of Texas, and the process that has been created here in this Capitol goes a long way towards these two individuals working with the governor's office.